To start, if that's all right with you.
Sorry, don't.
Okay, I will give myself a little countdown and then we will begin. So we will begin in 3, 2, 1. This week is Learning Disabilities Week, and as part of this, CTEC Plus and Plus are showcasing how people are living their lives and making sure the world hears what life is like if you have a learning disability. So I'm very pleased to introduce Darren Taylor, who has faced several difficulties with his job search, but with the help of CTEC Plus's Work and Health programme, he has now found a job that he is very happy with. We are also joined today by Darren's employment coach from Fedcap, Grace Livermore. Welcome to you both. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
No worries. Now, Darren, I want to sort of jump straight in with you. I believe you've been supported by the CTEC Plus Work and Health programme, which has been delivered by Fedcap, and it's led to an exciting new role, I hear. Perhaps you could tell us a little bit about this new role.
I'm the head gardener at Old People Home in Hungerford.
Brilliant. That sounds great, and I hear that you're doing well so far. So how long have you been there so far?
3 months, I think.
Amazing. So, talking about your new job, could you tell us a little bit about the barriers you faced and what led you to get help from the Work and Health programme?
Because I'm classified disabled, nobody would employ me. Everybody put barriers in the way or said there was things wrong with me with the first stuff I'd done. And with Grace helping me, she found me the job. She got me in there and she supported me throughout all of it.
Fantastic. And what kind of support, you mentioned that Grace really helped you there. What kind of support on the Work and Health programme did Grace give you?
She's been there for any questions. Anybody asks any questions. If the employer asks something to Grace, then she asked me, and I report back to the employer.
Brilliant. And how did that make you feel, Darren, sort of having Grace's support?
It made me feel really supported
Yeah.
with everything that I do.
And from your point of view, Grace, obviously you are Darren's employment coach, and we've heard how Darren has benefited from the Work and Health programme, and hopefully this will encourage a lot of other people out there who may have experienced similar situations. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Work and Health programme, please?
Yeah, it's really nice to hear from Darren. That's obviously a really lovely sentiment. But yeah, the Work and Health programme is here for people who are exactly like Darren and people who have other, it may be barriers towards employment. They're on the programme for 15 months, and it obviously doesn't just stop once they find a job. Darren is in work at the minute and he will still receive in-work support through us. So the support can carry on and it's there for him. We met in the office, we had telephone appointments, anything that may have been needed at the time. But it's basically just, I mean, Darren did a lot of the work himself as well. You obviously did a lot to get towards this employment, and you have so much experience as well towards the role. So it definitely wasn't just on us, and it's just there as that backup, whatever the person may need, and that extra support that may just be lacking. And it can kind of just help push them in the right direction, which is a nice way to go.
Absolutely. And Grace, what kind of support is it that you guys offer then?
So there's quite a wide range. So obviously you're with an employment coach. So in this case, I was Darren's employment coach. So there's the kind of practical support towards the job search. So I may have helped with applications, interview techniques, gaining interviews, anything along that side of things. If somebody is in need of support of like health and well-being, we do have a health and well-being team as well. They can help with confidence building, anxiety management, all of that kind of thing that may be just those kind of sideline things that you don't even notice might be there, just lacking in confidence if you've been out of work for a long time, can be really, really damaging. And especially when the job search is so grueling and it's such a long process sometimes, and if you don't have that confidence, it can really hold you back. Yes, busy. So to have that there is really nice to have in the background. So health and well-being, but the support is there throughout the whole process. So starting from your application to the interview to the training and everything like that. You did quite a lot of e-learning for your role at the minute.
Yes, I did.
Because it's in a care home, so there was a lot of safeguarding and that kind of thing. But you could use the office computers, which we have, and then obviously the support there if he needs it.
Brilliant. And obviously, Darren, we talked briefly there a minute ago about some of the barriers you face to finding employment. Did you sort of encounter any other kinds of discrimination or anything before you came into this role? And if so, how has that affected your sort of motivation to keep going and find work?
Well, I was put down through people saying different things to me, like, oh, you're no good for this role because you don't finish job properly, you don't see things through. And Grace found me this job, and they've been there supporting me through thick and thin. They've helped me all the way, and now I'm the head gardener there. But because of Grace, although if I never had Grace on my side, I wouldn't be there.
Oh, that's lovely. And Grace, that must be so nice for you to hear as well, and seeing how well Darren is getting on in his new role. What effects have you noticed and seen how Darren has changed since taking on this new job?
No, 100%. That is absolutely lovely to hear. And I think it is it's really, really nice to see how Darren has kind of progressed. Obviously, when you first came for first appointments, it was obvious that Darren was a bit disheartened. And like I said before, the job search can be so difficult, especially if you are facing these kind of barriers, as Darren has mentioned. And I can see now how happy he is in this role and how his mindset is completely changed. And obviously the support has been given there from his new role as well. They seem to be really, really open with Darren and communicate well with you, which I think is a great help. But yeah, it's fantastic, because the thing is that the amazing thing throughout the whole job search is Darren was so motivated, so dedicated to it. He was there for every appointment. He's there, ready to go for the interviews, listen to lots of the advice, and all of that dedication and all that ambition is now being directed into his work. And I think that's really nice to see.
It definitely is. And Darren, what would you say you're enjoying the most about this role?
Yes, I love the outside, being on my own, doing gardening. I'm just in my awe. It's brilliant.
Brilliant. And Darren, you must be feeling as well like more positive towards the future and your future sort of goals and career after this.
Now I feel like there are no barriers. Since Grace has helped me, before I could see everything as a barrier. But since I had Grace on my side, I can get through anything.
That's so nice to hear. And Grace, just on a final note, coming back to you, this just generally must feel so lovely that the Work and Health programme, to have such a success story, and to see how the support provided for Darren has really got him in this position. So you must be really happy.
I'm absolutely thrilled. I always am. It's so nice to be able to see these kind of stories, and I think that is what makes the job so worth it, to be able to see people kind of go from the beginning to this stage, and especially with Darren, like I said, he was there the whole way, so motivated, so dedicated, and I think that's just amazing to be able to see that journey in so many different people. I think it's really worth it. It's very satisfying to be part of that.
It really is. Well, Darren, best of luck in the job. I hope it goes well. Hope the weather stays dry for you when you're out and about in the gardens. And of course, Grace, keep up the amazing support and everything you guys do with the Work and Health programme. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.